Hey guys, Charlie here. Welcome to another video. In today's video, I want to talk about how to build this attractive character in your business. This is the part 2 of the video, so I already made a 5-minute video explaining why you need one, why you need an attractive character. Now we're gonna go through the process of creating one. So there's 3 main things that we have to build in order to actually have a successful attractive character in our business. So the first thing is the elements of this attractive character. So the first element is a backstory. You want your attractive character that for most of you is gonna be yourself. You're gonna be the attractive character of your business. Because if you have a online coaching business and you're the coach, so you're giving the service, and if that's the case, then you want to be the one that relates with your clients, right? Now, if, for example, you are very different from your target audience, like in a demographic like sense, then you have to use a testimonial, like someone you have helped, and use that person as your attractive character. Now, when building this attractive character, you have to take in consideration 4 elements, the backstory. So you want to tell them where you came from, where you're at right now, how did you get there, so that you become relatable for your audience. After you tell a little bit about your backstory, you also have to use a lot of parables when speaking to them, because parables are short stories that usually get the point in a make a point more clear. So for example, Obama, which is probably one of the best speakers in the world, uses parables to explain his points. For example, he wants to talk about how United States of America is the country where you can have freedom and you can fulfill the American dream. And he gets that point out by telling the story of his own family. He becomes the attractive character, and he tells the story of how his grandfather from Kenya came to United States and had a very fulfilling life, accomplishing a lot of dreams that were possible only in the United States because of this and this and this. So he gets the point done by telling these small stories called parables, in which he obviously connects them to his product or service, which was he becoming president. In your case, you can tell stories of how you struggled with food, how you struggled with the exercises, how you struggled with an injury, how you struggled with people calling you names, etc., etc. Now, after you use parables, you have to share your attractive character's flaws. So one of my clients, she's a health coach, and she shares her flaws with her audience consistently. So she gets a lot of engagement on her social media because she told everybody her story. And even if she's like opening up to all her audience, which is like 8,000 people or 7,000 people, she's getting a lot more intimacy or privacy with each person that engages with her content. Because when you open up and people DM you privately about their issues, it goes from being something like public to something more like personalized, right? So that's what you want to create, like those personalized moments with clients and potential clients. And she does that by opening up and showing her flaws. Nobody likes Superman if there was no kryptonite, right? Because that's the flaw of Superman. Kryptonite makes him human and vulnerable. So that's what makes him more attractive, more interesting. And the last element would be harness the power of polarity. This means that when you are communicating with your audience in social media or emails or whatever way you're using, or even in person, like speaking to them, you have to make sure that you come across as someone polarized. What this means is that you take a position for complicated topics. So for example, let's say that you teach fasting, for example. You don't teach fast, you teach people how to fast the proper way and a healthy way. But there's a lot of people that don't like fasting. So if you teach fasting, then you have to identify yourself as someone that backs up fasting and why, and and you have to stand on that side of the game, right? Like either you don't like fasting or you do like fasting and you do it. So you have to choose like a side for everything, every important topic. Like are you with keto or not? Are you with fasting or not? Are you with this diet or that diet? Okay, you have to take chances because nobody likes people in the middle. Nobody likes people that, yeah, I like fasting but I don't do it. Like, okay, so what do I do? You know, usually you get presidents that are either very democratic or very republican. It's hard to get like there's no middle, right? People like polars. You need to have haters and lovers. If you try the smart way of not getting any hate, which is playing safe and not being polarized, then you're not gonna get any like real fans that will end up buying from you, and you will come across also as boring, which is what we don't what we want to avoid. Okay, so these are the elements for your create attractive character. Now we're gonna go to the identity. Now the identity is how you identify yourself. So this is like we already know what are the elements of this character. Now we want to give them an identity. So this is gonna relate a lot to your personality and your way and your position, like in your business right now. So for example, there's 4 identities. The first one is the leader. So the leader is usually someone very qualified, with a lot of results in the industry. It could be, for example, let's say that you have won competitions in bodybuilding, or you have had results in that area, so now you're a leader. Like your social media and how you communicate with your audience is as in you lead them to the right place, okay? You are the authority, okay? Now, the second one is the adventurer. So the adventurer doesn't have the results the leader has. He's more like someone that is trying out things, and the audience comes with them. So for example, you're gonna try, a lot of people do this, you're gonna try fasting for the first time in your life, so you record it and you record your experience, and then you get amazing results, and that's how you communicate with your audience. You know a lot, but you're not claiming to be the best or this amazing authority that just does it this way and that's the only way of doing stuff, but rather you try more things. And the attractiveness of your identity is that you are spontaneous, you are unpredictable. So even if you're not like the best at something, people follow you because they like that unpredictableness or randomness of you going into many different things, trying them out and testing them for them. After that, we got the reporter. The reporter is something similar to Joe Rogan, for example, that he's not the best at anything, but at interviewing the best, right? So he's an attractive character, obviously because of his personality. Like he knows a lot about many topics, but mainly because he gets the best people in front of him. Like he gets Elon Musk, he gets Snowden, he gets the best people in certain areas, the best fighter, McGregor, whatever. So since he does that, he becomes attractive because we get to see the best in different topics. So many people do this in fitness. They do a podcast and they interview other people in fitness that are better than them, so that they come across as higher value. Okay, that's a very good way of doing your business as well. If you like interviewing people or have the idea of starting a podcast, then this might be the best way to identify your attractive character. And the last one is I don't remember actually. Oh yeah, the hero. So the hero is basically that person that is saving the audience from myths, misconceptions, and is revealing the hidden truth. So this is how Russell Brunson in this book says that he actually sells his business. He's all about .com secrets, like telling people the secrets of the internet, right? So you could do the same. You could be telling people the secrets, the hidden secrets of the fitness industry, of the health industry, so on and so forth. So you have to decide what kind of channel you want to follow, right? So what kind of identity you want to follow, you want your character to have. Now the last pillar to building your attractive character, the first one was the elements, then we have the identities, now we have the storylines. So these are like templates like you can use depending on what you want to create with your audience. So for example, the first one is there's 6 templates, 6 storylines that you could use, for example, in an email or in a post. So the first one is loss and redemption. So loss and redemption is basically you being at the top, like you're in the best shape possible or in a very good place, then something bad happens and you go back down to the ground, and then it's your journey of how you're getting back up or how you got back up. So that kind of storyline is very attractive for people, and a lot of movies have this storyline, so you can use it as well. If you want these storylines to be the more real possible, so if you haven't lived an experience of loss and redemption, of you being at the top, losing something, and then getting back up, I think most of us have. But if you don't like identify a lot with this storyline, don't use it. Like, don't invent it. You can always use someone else as your attractive character, and if they have that storyline, then you can use it. If not, try to keep it the more genuine possible. Okay, that's the main idea. Then we got us versus them. So us versus them is for the polarity thing. Harness the power of polarity. So us versus them is basically, for example, in marketing, people use it a lot as in, for example, separating talkers versus doers. Like, who do you want to be, a talker or a doer? So they structure their email as in separating me and the audience reading my email as a doer from talkers. So you don't want to be a talker, you want to be someone that makes things happen, right? This could apply as well for fitness. So this storyline is very good for separating yourself from your competition and to make people take action. Then we got before and after. Obviously, you have to use this in fitness and health. Every story of a client that you can share, because they allow you to share them as a before and after. Like, these are very powerful. Then we got the amazing discovery. This one is like the hero, right? The reluctant hero, because he discovers stuff that are hidden from the mainstream. So as you are actually discovering something, you can host a webinar, for example. This is very powerful for webinars. So if you are someone that likes talking in live videos and getting people together and hosting webinars, you can use this kind of storyline to pre-sell it. You pre-sell the webinar as an amazing discovery. You discovered this topic you're going to talk about. Now, the fifth is secret telling. So secret telling is like what I said before, like you are telling the secrets that are hidden from the mainstream, like the hidden secrets for fat loss that nobody wants to tell you. For example, that's like a very catchy topic. Obviously, I don't like making them like over catchy because they seem like scammy. You want to make them like a little bit catchy, just enough so people want to interact with your content and not to scare them away. And the sixth and last storyline is third person. So basically, these are testimonials. Like someone, for example, I'm your client and I had a result, so I give a testimonial for you, right? So I tell people how was my experience, what I achieved. It's similar to the before and after, but from my perspective, right? The third person perspective, not you talking to people about what you accomplished with your client or with your own life, but rather my client talking about what he achieved thanks to me. So it's a different like perspective, but it's the same. So this is it, guys. This is how to build your attractive character. Remember, attractive characters are very important because they help us have a stronger connection with your audience, and they help us actually go from having just people in a list or in a group or in a social media, from actually having followers and fans and people that are willing to buy from us. Obviously, you have to focus a lot on delivering a great service and a great product, but how you sell this service and product is very important too. And with an attractive character, you have that power of connecting better with people and making it more entertaining, because people are in social media for entertainment and they like entertainment. If you are boring, even if you have the best content out there, or you deliver the most, you're not gonna make it, because people like and being entertained. So unless your audience is like very boring people, which could be the case, but try to put that like attractive character humor also in your communication with your audience. That's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.